In the year 2489, the entire galaxy was drowning in fear. The Ravager Empire had conquered half the galaxy in only 50 years. Wherever their warships arrived, life disappeared. Planets burned, stars fell silent, and entire civilizations vanished from history. No one had ever dared to challenge them. And now, Earth was their next target. Inside the Grand Hall of the Galactic Council, a heavy silence filled the chamber. Representatives from thousands of alien worlds sat frozen in fear. Everyone knew that if humanity fell, their worlds would be next. An old alien general spoke quietly. Humanity is finished. They only have one final warship left. At that moment, the giant screen inside the council chamber lit up. The battlefield appeared before them. In the darkness of space, a single human battleship slowly moved forward. The entire hall burst into laughter. This is humanity's final hope. One ship. The vessel looked ancient. Its metal hull carried the scars of hundreds of wars. Several sections were burned and damaged, and its engines seemed weak compared to modern alien fleets. But inside that ship, Captain Adam Raines stood silently, staring into the stars. There was no fear in his eyes, only calmness. Beside him, a young officer named Lieutenant Marcus spoke nervously. "Sir, are we really going to face the entire Ravager fleet with just one ship?" Captain Adam answered quietly. "We are not alone, Marcus. They just can't see the others yet." Suddenly, alarms exploded across the bridge. Thousands of enemy warships approaching. Massive black Ravager ships began appearing across the battlefield, covering the stars themselves. Then a cold voice echoed through every system. "Humans, your species ends today." The crew fell silent, but Captain Adam smiled slightly. "That's the mistake the entire galaxy keeps making. They think humans are afraid." Captain Adam opened a communication channel. "Listen carefully, Ravagers. Humans are most dangerous when they have nothing left to lose." Suddenly, space turned red. The Ravager fleet fired all at once. Millions of plasma beams crashed into the human ship. The explosions were so massive that several council members turned away in horror. Seconds later, the human battleship vanished completely inside the firestorm. Silence filled the council chamber. "It's over," one alien whispered. Then, something moved inside the smoke. The human warship emerged again, completely untouched. A massive blue energy shield glowed around the vessel. The Galactic Council stood in shock. "What kind of technology is that?" For the first time, the Ravager commander said nothing. Then the sides of the human ship slowly opened. Hidden weapons began unfolding across its massive frame. Gigantic rail cannons, gravity lances, missiles capable of destroying entire planets. Lieutenant Marcus stared in disbelief. "Sir, when did we build all this?" Captain Adam looked into the darkness of space. 200 years ago, when the galaxy first called Humanity Week. At that moment, the human ship fired its first shot. A blue flash ripped across the battlefield. 1 second later, the largest Ravager warship split in half. Fear spread instantly across the enemy fleet. "Impossible!" the Ravager commander screamed. But that was only the beginning. The human rail cannons continued firing relentlessly. With every attack, dozens of enemy ships exploded into pieces. For the first time in their history, the Ravagers began retreating. Captain Adam spoke softly. "It's time to show them the truth." Captain Adam gave the final command. "Open the gates." Suddenly, space itself trembled. Thousands of glowing blue portals opened across the battlefield. And then, humanity's true fleet appeared. Massive warships emerged from hyperspace one after another. Some were the size of entire cities. Their weapons illuminated the stars like ancient gods awakening from darkness. The battlefield went silent. The Galactic Council trembled in fear. Where was this fleet hiding? Captain Adam's voice echoed across the galaxy. "Humanity never wanted war. That is why we stayed silent. But mistaking silence for weakness was your greatest mistake." A second later, the entire human armada attacked. Space erupted into chaos. Ravager ships were torn apart instantly. Human gravity weapons twisted enemy vessels into burning metal. Entire fleets vanished within seconds. Several Ravager commanders tried to flee, but it was too late. The Supreme Commander screamed in terror. "Humans are monsters," Captain Atom answered coldly. "No, we simply know how to survive." Then humanity's largest warship activated its main weapon. The stars themselves seemed to fade. A blinding white light consumed the battlefield. And 1 second later, the Ravager flagship no longer existed. Silence. Only burning debris drifted through space. The war was over. Inside the Galactic Council, no one laughed at humanity anymore. Now, they feared them. Captain Atom looked toward the stars one final time. "We always wanted peace. But when humanity is cornered, the galaxy trembles." And on that day, the entire galaxy learned the truth. Humans are not weak. Humans are patient.